production of The Color Purple. So that was my first Broadway show that I ever saw at 15. And when I saw that show, and you weren't in it at the time, LaShance was in it, but when I saw the show, I saw possibility for my life. Because where I come from, there's a lot of complacency. And I say that with no judgment, but there's a lot of complacency. People are cool with the 9 to 5, taking care of their kids, going to church, do it again. And I knew there was more inside of me. Like, I knew that God had put a gift in me, and I just didn't know how to get there. So when I saw that production, it gave me a path. It gave me an entrance point. And so I studied at Juilliard. Thank you. Studied there with Corey Hawkins, who plays Harpo in this production. We were in the same class, and they only accept 18 a year. And so we thugged it out together there. And then 10 years after seeing The Color Purple, I was in The Color Purple, my first Broadway show that I starred in 2015. Yeah.
So I chose to do that with Superpower, which was very, to me, emotional while filming, because I got to speak to the young Fantasia and finally tell her that I was proud of her. First, I thought I couldn't do it. I thought Scott was crazy again. Thought he was crazy the first time because I had never done any true acting. Singing is my thing. And so, thank you for that one clap. I love it.
Sometimes you have everything you need to become. And they set it up. Like, that little girl who used to put the t-shirt on my head and pretend like it was my hair and wear my mother jewels and high heels and put my makeup on. I felt like her, but in real life. You know, I was living out that dream.
Nobody really spoke to Celia or had a conversation with Celia until Suge Avery came. And then came Soph. She walked up on that one scene, where is Mister? I'm like, who is this woman? But nobody really paid much attention to her, so her body language was always, if you're not paying that much attention to me, then I don't want to give anybody that much eye contact. There's no hesitation. No, her feet can move. She's flirting. Because she has these powerful women in her life who came in and seen something in her that she didn't see in herself and nobody else around her showed her.
And should put it on her.
The greatest scenes of The Color Purple ever. And we all know that shooting a dinner scene or a meal scene is really hard for a director and a cinematographer. And so that dinner table was put together. It was a very small stage set, little dining rooms set up. And the first day, and it was really hard to get, and that was all the principal adult characters in the movie, including Lou Gossett Jr. and her and John Batiste. And her and John Batiste, John was doing the Colbert Show still. Her was running around the world opening for Coldplay in stadiums. And we're all in COVID. So end of the first night, we have the dailies for the first night, and we get a call, Lou Gossett Jr. had COVID. By the time we could do the second day of that, we couldn't get everybody's availability. So we were shooting day 2 and day 3 of the Easter dinner with stand-ins in many instances. And so cameras were over the shoulder trying to shoot.
Danielle's face for me.
As brilliant as all the performances are, the most emotionally challenging, I think, was Sophia going from the laugh after the sack of dead horses shit to looking at Celie and saying there's a God in her.
So Bliss, I'm not this kind of actor, but I said, Bliss, I ain't doing this no more. I'm not doing it. And he had to get Miss O on the phone. And Miss Oprah called me, and I was just telling her, I was like, I've given everything I can give. And, you know, we beat by the white mob, and I actually, my back went out doing that scene because I had swung so many times that I needed physical therapy and chiropractic help with that. And so I was physically just so drained. But when you have a purpose, you know, and you know, like I'm saying, it's bigger than you. You got to give everything.
All of us, somewhere in that song, have felt like Am I being overlooked? Am I pretty enough? Do I got it? But we all were able to realize that I'm here